Novel, The Only Paragon of the Apocalypse. Chapter 4. Klaus Awakening 2, The Elemental Overlord. Please subscribe, it means a lot to me. Klaus opened his eyes. He wasn't in his bed. He wasn't even in his room. Stars and galaxies swirled around him. Klaus was floating in space. He felt weightless, like an astronaut. But he wasn't wearing a spacesuit. He could breathe just fine. Actually, the air tasted fresh and clean, like after a thunderstorm. Klaus tried to remember how he got here. He remembered going to bed. He remembered reading a book about constellations. Then, nothing. He had to find a way back home. But where was home in this endless sea of stars? As Klaus drifted through the cosmos, he saw amazing things. Giant planets with rings of ice and dust. Comets with tails blazing across the darkness. Nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust, glowed with vibrant colours. He flew past a giant red star, its heat washing over him like a warm bath. He dodged a shower of meteors, their fiery trails leaving streaks of light in the blackness. Klaus had never felt so small, so insignificant. Yet, he also felt strangely connected to everything around him. Like he was part of something much bigger than himself. He had to figure out what was happening. This couldn't be real, could it? Suddenly 9 doors appeared in front of him. They floated there in the middle of space as if suspended by magic. Each door was made of a different element. One shimmered with water, another crackled with electricity. There was a door of fire, a door of ice, a door of earth, a door of air, a door of light, a door of darkness, and a door of pure energy. They pulsed with power, beckoning him closer. Klaus was drawn to them, compelled to find out what lay beyond. What were these doors? And why were they here? He had to know. He reached out a hand towards the closest door, the one made of water. It felt cool and inviting. As Klaus approached the door of water, he heard a voice. It was a whisper at first, faint and distant, but it grew louder as he got closer. "Klaus," the voice called, "you are the chosen one." Klaus froze. Who was talking? And what did they mean, chosen one? The voice seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. It echoed through the void, surrounding him. Klaus felt a surge of fear. He wanted to run, to escape this bizarre and unsettling place, but his feet wouldn't move. He was rooted to the spot. "Don't be afraid, Klaus," the voice said, softer now, more reassuring. "You are not in danger." Klaus took a deep breath. He tried to speak, but his voice caught in his throat. He cleared his throat and tried again. "Who are you?" he finally managed to croak out. "I am your guide," the voice replied. "I am here to help you fulfill your destiny." Klaus stared at the orb of light. It pulsed gently, emanating warmth and a sense of peace. He felt strangely drawn to it, as if it held all the answers he was searching for. "My destiny?" Klaus echoed. "What is my destiny?" Section 6. A Trial of Power. "You have been chosen to master the elements," the voice explained, "to restore balance to the universe." The voice told Klaus about a great evil that threatened to consume all of creation. Only Klaus, with his newfound powers, could stop it. "Each door represents an element," the voice continued. "You must pass through each door and master its power." Klaus looked at the doors, his heart pounding in his chest. Could he really do this? Could he control something as powerful as fire or water, light or darkness? He had to try. The fate of the universe depended on it. Section 7. Master of the Elements. One by one, Klaus faced the challenges behind each door. He learned to control the fury of fire, the ebb and flow of water, the solidity of earth, and the freedom of air. He commanded the brilliance of light, tamed the shadows of darkness, and harnessed the crackling energy of lightning. He mastered the cold of ice and the raw power within him. Each trial pushed Klaus to his limits, testing his courage and resolve. But he persevered, driven by the voice's guidance and his own growing sense of purpose. He was no longer the scared boy who had woken up in space. He was Klaus, master of the elements, a hero ready to face his destiny. Section 8, The Return. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Klaus stood before the last door, the door of pure energy. He had faced every challenge, overcome every obstacle. He was ready. As he reached for the door, the voice spoke one last time. "You have done well, Klaus," the voice said. "The universe is forever in your debt." And then everything went dark. Klaus opened his eyes. He was lying in his bed, sunlight streaming through his window. His book about constellations lay open on his chest. Section 9. A New Dawn. Had it all been a dream? Klaus sat up, his head spinning. It felt so real, so vivid. The doors, the voice, the incredible power he felt coursing through him. He looked at his hands, expecting to see them crackle with energy. But they looked the same as always. And yet something was different. Klaus felt different, stronger, more confident, like he could do anything he set his mind to. He smiled. Maybe it hadn't been a dream after all. Maybe it was just the beginning. The beginning of a new dawn, a new adventure. The beginning of Klaus, the hero.